Have you ever bought something that sounded amazing at the time, but later realized you weren't exactly sure what you paid for? Not a physical product that you could touch or see, like a television, phone, or car. I'm talking about like a promise, a possibility. You pay for a future result. Today, I'm breaking down one of the most powerful and misunderstood forces in sales, selling intangible ideas. I'm Carl. I'm the author of Sales and Tricks Exposed, where I break down the sales tactics used to influence consumers buying products and services they didn't actually need. Today, I'm exposing how intangible ideas are sold to consumers, from miracle weight loss programs to guaranteed investment schemes. These offers are engineered to sound extraordinary, but they can also be dangerously misleading. An intangible idea is something you're buying that you can't physically see or touch, like a promise, a possibility, or a future result. And here's where it gets interesting, because some of the most powerful sales in the world aren't built on what you can see. They're built on what a salesperson can get you to believe. So let's break it down. The salesperson starts selling how you'll feel in the future, who you can become in the future, what your future might look like, and what problems they claim will disappear. And that's why intangible sales can become so powerful, because the consumer can't fully measure it, touch it, verify the result before buying it. They're buying belief, they're buying hope, they're buying a future expectation, and they're buying on emotion. And when that emotion gets stronger than logic, consumers end up paying for a dream instead of a guaranteed reality. Here's an example. Here's a couple examples. Weight loss. What are you actually buying? A version of yourself that doesn't exist yet. You're buying the belief that this time you'll finally get in shape. A promise of fast results without changing your diet, without exercise, without even effort. This is where the promise starts to separate from reality, because now you're being sold rapid, unrealistic results, miracle pills, fat-burning patches or creams, and free trial offers that quietly lock you into recurring charges on your credit card. And why it feels like you're buying a weight loss solution, what's actually being sold is a promise. And that promise is what takes your money. Now let's look at the financial guaranteed schemes out there, the investments. What are you actually buying? You're buying a version of your financial future that doesn't exist yet. You're buying the belief that your money will finally be safe and consistently grow. A promise of steady returns with little to no risk, passive income, financial certainty in an uncertain world. This is where the promise starts to separate from reality, because now you're being sold guaranteed returns, exclusive opportunities, inside access, can't miss deals. You'll see urgency and act now opportunities all over, claims of consistent profits regardless of market conditions. The same pattern showed up in investments also, where they quietly lock you in on hidden fees, withdrawal restrictions, or conditions you didn't notice at first. And while it feels like a smart investment, what's often being sold as certainty, and that certainty is what ultimately cost you. That's the danger of intangible offers. You can't see them, you can't verify them, but they're being sold to feel 100% real. When something exists mainly in your imagination, it can be shaped in almost any direction they want. And that's the real power and risk of intangible selling. Because at that point, you're no longer evaluating a product. You're evaluating a story about your future. An intangible idea isn't something you can inspect. It's a castle in the sky. It's a pipe dream. A carefully painted picture of what could be. So keep this in mind whenever you're presented with intangible ideas. It's not always the dream you're buying. It's the hope wrapped around the dream. And that's the part most people never slow down enough to question, Because once hope takes over, the consumer stops comparing, stops questioning, and stops looking elsewhere. Now, here's what most people don't realize. Even in this day and age, with the unlimited information at our fingertips, with the reviews that we have, the warnings we have, the scam alerts, you think consumers would be safer than ever, but they're not. Consumers are losing billions of dollars every year to scams, fraud, and high-pressure sales tactics. That's more refined and more disguised than ever before. Because salespeople are trained and equipped with powerful sales tools designed to influence consumers' behavior and guide their decisions. And if that's the case, consumers need tools too. That's why I follow the walk-away sales approach. And it's simple. When you're in doubt, walk away. If you ever dealt with a pushy salesperson, spotted these tactics in real time, avoided scams, or learned a lesson the hard way, because I know I did, drop in the comments. Your experience might help someone else avoid making the same mistakes. I'll see you in the next episode.